Okay, we have an update on the push rod situation. Yeah, the design was great, but I just realized that this is aluminum. Well, I didn't realize it. A guy that knows more about it than me asked me. He said it better not be aluminum because there's so much pressure on the brake pedal that it needs to be hardened. You know, it needs to be steel. Aluminum would be dangerous. There's a chance it could bend. So, as beautiful as it is, scratch that brake pedal push rod. So, with some modifications to the I think it's SSBC. Yeah, SSBC. It's an adjustable brake push rod kit. We can see that, here we go, here's the original push rod tip. See how it's rounded and a little beveled. Well, this has been ground down to fit inside the master cylinder. See how it's just a little skinnier? I just ground around the edges. And then I use the various adapters and extensions to get it the right length. And as you can see, this one is steel. But what's weird, that hole is bigger than the original push rod. The original push rod had, you know, a pin or something about that size, maybe a little bigger, that would hold it in place. But here, there's way too much play. But what I found when I was down at Summit Racing, I was just looking around on their shelves, and this is a oversized brake caliper bolt kit. And what it came with is you know, metal tube, this sheath or sleeve that then that bolt goes through. Well, it turns out that sleeve is the exact inside diameter as this push rod. Well, the bolt I want to use, which fits nicely through the hole in the pedal, see, that's a pretty big bolt, but it's the diameter of the pedal. I guess that's a 3/4, I don't know. So it wouldn't fit in there because I wanted to, you know, sleeve the inside and then put this bolt through, so there's no play. So using my drill, and I had to go through a couple of different drill sizes. You see that one's used, that one used, and I've got a bigger one here. I did what would be easy on a lathe, but I just bored it out, so this will now, the bolt will fit through there. And then I measured the width that it has to be by putting this on here like so. And I'm in the process about to cut off the final sleeve. And that's going to be the new brake pedal push rod. I'll record some more when I put it in the car and show you how, see if it works. Okay, here's the finished product. We now have a steel push rod. And actually put the bolt in from left to right this time so it wouldn't interfere with the clutch push rod. And you can see there's a lock nut on there, but it's not very tight because I still want to see how it can articulate, it can turn, so it doesn't create any binding. You can see how the washer and the head of the nut are staying still, and I don't know, something's rotating. But we're going to see how that does. I'm going to have to drive it, you know, check it out, drive it, check it out. No way I'm going to race on that until I figure out if that's going to hold. I dabbed a little Loctite on the thread so it can't really back off. The Loctite is actually outside of the nut. It's not inside the nut thread, so I just rubbed it on there with my finger so if it started to come loose, it couldn't back off because it hit the Loctite. So we'll see what that stuff hardens up hard as a rock. But there's the custom push rod.